Hello, bonjour, namaste, ni hao, and ohio everybody. What is going on? It is Galeriot here, and welcome back to the YouTube channel once again for another Danmachi Memoria Freese video. And today we are going to be celebrating the 7th anniversary of Danmemo, and of course along with that we are only 5 days away from the end of service of the JP version of Danmemo. Yes, you heard that right. If you aren't aware, the JP version of Danmemo is also shutting down. Officially, there will be no way to play Danmemo after the 24th of June. Well, of course, they have allowed us to basically keep an application available, of course, if you're playing the JP version only. Unfortunately, it seems like we aren't going to be getting it on the global version, very sadly. But the JP version of the game will allow you to actually check out your profile. So just check out, your stats like your rank, your days logged in and stuff like that. And along with that, they have included, I think they've said 20 stories, the top 20 stories from Danmemo for you to watch at your pleasure. Now, of course, this is only available on the JP version. It does seem like, unfortunately, the global players, people like myself, people like you guys, unfortunately, if you are playing the NA version, the EU version, the Hong Kong, Taiwanese version, we will not be getting access to that, sadly. Now, it is a damn shame. It is a very big shame. Unfortunately, I was kind of hoping by now we would have heard of something regarding that, but it does seem like we're unfortunately not going to be getting it on the global side. However, I still wanted to cover it. I still wanted to talk about everything that's going to be happening with the game leading into the end of service. Of course, I will probably do a video or a mini live stream on the 24th evening, just going over everything that's happened, including, of course, the new application that's going to be dropping, of course, for the game itself in terms of the stories and everything, and along with that, just generally as well, the approach that they're taking with the game and overall my history with the game. Like I said, I want to kind of just reminisce a little bit over the next couple of days and just, of course, say my final goodbyes. Of course, I did say my proper final goodbyes when we had the NA version end of service, of course, right? But this is like proper. There's no more Danmemo after this. We've done everything. Everything has been done and dusted. It is going to be something that is going to be in the museum, effectively. It's going to be one for the archives, basically, right? It's going to be one for the archives, unfortunately. So obviously this video is just going over the 7th anniversary, talking about some things that, I want to talk about in terms of the game itself, my memories a little bit. And along with that, I want to update you guys on the campfire. Of course, if you guys weren't aware, they were doing this whole backing thing for the, the application, and of course them doing a major big live stream in September. I think it is actually, yeah, they're going to be hosting a big live stream in September with, of course, the VAs that they usually bring on, Lafia's VA and Finn's VA. They're going to bring them back on as well to do a whole live stream, say their final goodbyes and everything. I can't wait for that live stream. But yes, of course, if you guys go on to enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel for more content, and let me know your thoughts on the 7 years we've had for Danmemo. I know that the end has kind of petered out massively. I myself haven't logged into my JP account since I made it, of course, just to, try and see if I could get into the game for the last couple of months, but I just couldn't. I just had too many other things on my plate in terms of other gacha games, other things I had IRL. Just couldn't get around to playing, unfortunately, the JP version of Danmemo. But I will probably play it one last time, maybe come the 23rd or 24th, we'll see. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. The 7 years we've had of Danmemo, be it, something we've seen before, before the NA global end of service. Maybe you've been playing the JP version since then. Let me know your thoughts. I'm quite curious to see what you guys have to say down below. Now, of course, as always, they share this image, of course, on Twitter, featuring pretty much the entire cast. Not everybody, of course. We're missing certain key members like Astraeus and stuff, right? But we see a majority of the cast, of course, of Danmemo in this image, saying thank you for 7 years of Danmemo, the final time we will be celebrating the anniversary. I was kind of really hoping we'd at least see the anniversaries, go through. Maybe we'd have like a rerun of all 6 anniversaries, sorry. That's what I was thinking they were gonna do, maybe like leading into that final era, just rerun all 6 at the same time, give it at least like 3 or 4 months, maybe an extra 3 or 4 months, let people be able to summon, maybe introduce hero festas for each anniversary, excluding the 3rd and 6th anniversaries, because we've already got those, right? But 1st, 2nd, 4th, 5th, give them hero festas as well, allow people to basically experience, some amazing units for the final time. But unfortunately that did not happen. They decided to call it call it a day way before then, unfortunately, right? And as a result, we will never see hero festas for the first, second, fourth, and fifth anniversary characters, unfortunately, right? But yeah, here they are saying thank you today, 19 June. Of course, I know for a lot of us in Europe and America, it's still the 18th of June, but technically in Asia, it's already the 19th of June. It is the 7th anniversary of the release of Danmemo. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to all the adventurers. Don't miss out on Danmemo's final celebration. Of course, we will not be missing out. In fact, they did host a live stream today, which I wasn't aware of, to be quite honest, whatsoever. This is something I might watch on live stream. So, of course, if you want to get subscribed for that, obviously get subscribed. It would be truly appreciated, and you'll be notified as to when I go live with live streams regarding Danchro, Danmemo, Danmachi as a whole. It's super, super appreciated, of course, if you guys do hit that subscribe button as well. But basically, from my understanding, is that they basically go over and reminisce over effectively all the stories. Actually, let's take a look at this. So this is actually very important. So these will be the top 20 stories that will be implemented into the game, actually. So let's take a look at this. This is something that I think we want to see, right? We want to see basically what stories are going to be going to be implemented. So this is the interim announcement. The official announcement will go live on the 21st of June. This is so far, the votings have given this to be the list of stories that will be here. So I'm quite curious. So we already saw one of the stories already, actually, right? First and foremost, it is going to be the Idols story with Finn as the manager and everything. I don't know if I prefer this one or the old Idol story. The one with, Lafia Philvis, Eyes, but also I think it was, who else was there? There were two more characters. I'm blanking entirely. Who were the other Idol characters of that set? I'm blanking entirely. I can't believe I'm blanking entirely. But the original Idol story where they had the orange outfits, I don't know if I prefer that one or this one. I like this one for sure because it was like two rival bands going up against each other, whereas that one was just the initial band effectively coming into play, right? The initial idol band. So I think this one might have been a little bit better. So fair enough, 20th place. Would I put this in the top 20 stories? I'm not sure, actually. You know what? I'm actually not sure. I didn't vote, by the way. I didn't want to, really influence the votes in any way, shape, or form by sharing it with you guys or anything. And I didn't vote at all, to be quite honest. I wanted to let nature run its course effectively. So I'm quite curious to see. So, as to what stories we'll see. Of course, I expect the top 6 to be the anniversary stories. 100%, no doubt about it. I think 1st to 6th has to be the anniversary stories. I'll be shocked. I would be astounded, flabbergasted, bamboozled if it isn't the anniversary stories from 1st to 6th. 100%. I'd be very shocked. I'd be very, very surprised. I'd genuinely be very surprised. Let's keep progressing along. I'll let them talk and let them handle it. But let's move along and see the other stories here. So in 19th place, it's Recollections of the Wind. Okay, this one is a very interesting one. So this is Volume 9's adaptation. Sword Oratorio Volume 9's adaptation in 19th place. Wow, actually, that's a good shout, Having it so that you can actually access all the Sword Oratorio stories in-game and having them be nominated and voted for, I think is a very smart idea, actually, by the Japanese players. I think that's a smart idea because what you have volumes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? 8 stories that need to be nominated for, which takes up pretty much half of the slots, but it is really worth it in all honesty because Sword Oratorio is such an important part of the Danmachi franchise. And of course, if you aren't interested in, going out of your way and reading the light novels, at least you have the game still up with these stories as well, mind you, right? So that's something to bear in mind. And I think that's a very good idea by the Danmachi fan base in Japan to vote for the Sword Oratorio stories as well. I mean, I don't know if they'll have the other stories. We'll have to wait and see. But I think it's a very smart idea. Oh my god, the RPG one. That's a good one as well. I like this one. The RPG story where all the characters are playing like RPG characters effectively, like Dungeons and Dragons kind of characters. Absolutely fantastic. I love this. I like this one. This is also a very good one. I rate their choice with this one. This is a very good choice. What stories would I like to see? Again, I would like to see Winter's Reverie and Winter Magic Miracle as one of the nominated stories. I would say Halloween 2019. I think 2019, Halloween 2019, the one where Philvis goes crazy at the end and stuff. I think that would be also one I would vote for. It's one of the more memorable ones for me. Ocean's 11 as well, I like a lot. So I would say that one also is a surety. The reason why I don't think Winter's Reverie will be in the nominated list is because it already has a manga as well, right? So I low-key doubt that we're gonna get it. We'll have to wait and see on that front. I'm not sure. I don't think we'll get it. I don't think we'll get Winter's Reverie. I think we'll get everything else. So far, I think all the Sword Art Online light novels will get nominated for, which includes, of course, one of the anniversary stories. So that's 8 plus 5, 13. That's 13 with anniversary and Sword Art Online combined. That's 13 stories. Then I would say the Christmas stories, let's say 3 of them, 15. So, and we've already seen 2 of them already, the Idol story and, of course, the RPG story. So that's 17. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. I might be wrong. Who knows? Hey, I was right. Winter Magic Miracle. Let's go. I love this. This is my favorite event. Personally, I would have put this at number 1. This has to be one of the stories. Easily. Such a good story. One of the best stories that Omori has written for Danmemo, in my personal opinion. My favorite non-time limited / well, it is time limited, but non-like anniversary story, in my personal opinion. Hands down. One of my favorite stories of all time. 100%. Love this story. Very, very, very good. Like, I really was very emotional at the end of the story, and I really enjoyed it. This is, I think, what kind of made me stick with Danmemo for so long and keep at it. Of course, Argonaut and everything subsequently obviously helped, but this was right after Grand Day and AOT, right? And I remember vividly, like, AOT was great and all, but then I remember, like, I was like kind of feeling a little bit down in the sense of, like, you know, I wasn't keeping up with other players, and I was, like, you know, being carried by my familia and so on and so forth. So I was kind of like, do I really want to play the game anymore, kind of thing, right? But no, I really wanted to continue with it, and I really wanted to stick with it, and I'm glad I did, because this story made me want to stick with it. It really did. It really made me want to stick with it. Oh, did I refresh by mistake? Whoops, I meant to. I didn't mean to do that. That's my bad. I clicked the refresh button by mistake. Whoopsie. But yeah, of course, the VA for Noel also plays Melia's VA as well. Melia from what's it called, Year 5, and then Gale, quite funnily enough, Gale's VA also plays Vito's VA. So that's pretty cool that they share VAs across the series. Then we move on to yes, of course. This is volume 11. No, this is volume 8? No, volume 8 was Bed. This is volume 7, I think. Volume 7 or 10? I can't remember, man. Holy crap, I'm thinking of the gaff when it comes to the memory of I have a memory of a goldfish, honestly. This is volume... Which volume was this? I can't remember. I need to check the title of this. If I see the title, I'll probably remember. Oh yeah, no, this is volume 11. Thumbs up there. I completely forgot. I'm not gonna lie. I absolutely forgot. I was like, huh? I don't remember this. This is volume. No, it's volume 7. Why am I saying volume 11, man? This is volume 7, if I recall correctly. This is the one before Bed, if I'm not mistaken. This is the one before that. Never mind, I was wrong. It was volume 10. Wait, how is it volume 10? Am I tripping big time? No, I was right. It is volume 7. Yeah, I was right. It is volume 7. Okay, man, bro, I've been tripping big time. I was like, it is volume 7. No, then I'm gaslighting myself into saying it's volume 10 and 11. But I'm pretty sure Raul and Anna Kitty weren't that late. They were very early on. They were before Bet's release. The fire bet from volume 8. I was like, it's before that. It's before the hearty bet. But yeah, it is volume 7. Okay. Thank God for that. Oh, okay. So 15th and 14th are both episode Freya parts. Oh shit. Okay, so yeah, there you go. Episode Freya is 15th and 14th. That also makes sense. Again, we've never seen it being adapted and everything. I think it makes sense. Okay. I'm okay with that. I'm not the biggest fan personally. I think episode Freya is one of those that could easily be ignored, skipped over because it's in manga format as well. So I think it would have been absolutely fine. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Let's move along. So 13th place is Midsummer Night Sabbath, of course. Yeah, of course. A Midsummer Night. Absolutely agree. This one's a very good story as well. I like this story. I mean, it was so good that it got rerun like 3-4 times, I swear, towards the end. It was ridiculous. Volume 8, of course. Like I said, this is the Hearty Bet, and of course, Lina, Riveria, of course, just randomly chucked in the middle there. And ooh, wait, why is number 10 all of a sudden out there? So this is 11th and 9th place is of course the volume 11 adaptation, and this is the light novel adaptation, not the anime adaptation. So this is the proper adaptation of volume 11, the Xenos arc. And yeah, this again makes sense in a way. Where are the anniversaries? Oh no. And the thing is, they're splitting up the parts as well. So am I tripping? Are the anniversaries guaranteed to be in the game and I didn't know about it? Surely not, right? No way. I refuse to believe that none of these guys voted for the anniversary stories. Surely the anniversary stories have to be baseline. Have to be. Okay, the Aurora Mary story. It's not a bad story for sure, but I wouldn't have necessarily put it up there. All right, let's see here. Okay, I refuse to believe. So 10th, 7th, and 6th is Winter Reverie. Yeah, 100% the anniversary stories have to be like guaranteed to be in the game already. There's no way. I haven't looked into it that much, but yeah. Oh wow. People put the final story of Danmemo in number 5. Okay, that is a fair spot. All right, that is a fair spot. Okay. Why? Why are you putting Arrow? Okay, I understand if you want to put the prequel and the One Love storyline in there, but why are you voting for Arrow of Orion? Brother, we have a whole movie on it. The movie is literally available. You can just watch it whenever you want. Bro, some of this voting is a little bit weird. I'm not gonna lie. Why are you voting for normal Arrow of Orion? Winter Reverie, I get the last part, the one with Talvi. That sure I get because, you know, manga and all whatever shenanigans. This one also I understand the two right ones. Why are the main stories there? Because they're available. You can actually go out of your way and, you know, read them normally. Oh man. Oh, I see what's number 1. Okay. This one being number 1. Agreed, absolutely. My second favorite one. I love Winter Magic Miracle, but in terms of recent memory, my favorite story. 100%. I seriously wish they had continued with this as a what if. Honestly, they could have done a great job if they just continued this as a what if on its own. You know, make it its own original story in Danmemo and continue on with that. People would have loved that shit, man. People would have eaten that shit. We would have taken it, eaten it. Absolutely. One of my favorites. So I assume the anniversary stories have to be a part of it, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that the anniversary stories are going to be a part of the thing. Absolutely. 100%. So now they're going over each and every single anniversary, of course, right? They're going over every single one of them. I mean, like... we'll obviously do that in a separate video. I want to go over all the anniversaries in a separate video, so keep an eye out for that video. But I'll let these guys run, of course, right? These are, of course, the last things coming in the event, in the game. This campfire stuff, of course, as well. So, oh yeah, by the way, the Minotaur stuffed toy is very beautiful. I really wanted it so badly. The Minotan stuffed toy is excellent. It's excellent, honestly. It is amazing. All right, but let's take a look at Campfire now. We had our fun taking a look at the top 20 stories that the JP players have voted for. Let's take a look at Campfire now because they've raised over 61 million yen. They have nearly doubled what their original target was. It's insane. Now, I obviously played my part in it. I did get one of the packs as well. I'll see if I get it. I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see, of course, right? I went for the digital one. They've obviously done everything here. They've done all the goals. They can add 20 stories into the game now, of course, completely easily, very, very, very easily. I mean, we absolutely smashed that record, of course, of getting 50 million yen. It was absolutely a piece of cake, to be honest, towards the end. And I think, especially with them gassing it up a little bit more, and as we approach the end of service, that is going to be the case. In fact, they decided to add a little bit more as well, if I'm not mistaken, right? So they decided to add a physical CD of Sound of Memoria, which is great. But along with that, they've decided to add a poster that people can get with all 700 plus characters that are available in the game in terms of mini portraits, with the Belle and Hestia effectively covering the front as well. I think this is sick. I would have loved to get this. This is one thing I would have definitely loved to get outside of the art book as well. It is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. It also has a replica autograph of Amori Sensei as well in the bottom right. But yeah, man, this is what I wanted, more so than anything else. I would have loved to get this clear panel. Honestly, it would have been amazing. But alas, it is what it is. But yeah, just wanted to give, just talk a little bit about the, top players in terms of, not top players, what am I on about? But I wanted to talk about the 7th anniversary, and I wanted to talk about the top 20 stories, of course, that they had announced. I didn't even know they were doing that, so good thing I decided to yonder over to the live stream and check it out. Of course, we'll find out the official results come the 21st of June, of course, right? But once again, a very happy anniversary and a very happy final anniversary to Danmemo. It's been a pleasurable 7 years of this game, and I can't wait to see what's in store for the future of Danmachi games as a whole. Danmemo has set a standard which is going to be impossible for games to meet, unfortunately, right? I've said this for a very long time, but what it has done is also given Danmachi as a platform, a huge trampoline, and a boosting pad, basically, to carry forward and keep doing more and more and more. So yeah, that's just my personal 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.